advantage of the particular rel plot. And there is no difference between the rel plot or with respect to the scatter plot, whichever you are interested, you can go. Now here I'm going to take the total x is equal to total bill, y is equal to tip amount, and data is equal to df. Whatever I have done earlier, the same thing. That is SNS dot rel plot, x is equal to total bill, y is equal to tip, and data is equal to df. The same thing. Whatever we have done in the last, the same thing. Up to here it is common. After here I have written the hue is equal to, instead of writing hue, I am writing col, COL. COL is equal to this one. So here, if I take here, let us try with the hue. Hue is equal to size. Now, hue is equal to size means what are the different sizes people are there means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if you observe here, in this, all the colors are mixing. And I'm not able to analyze that much of clearly. And I want to separately analyze. Only the size number 1, how many records are there? Those scatter plot I want separately. Whichever the size of 2 is there, those records I want separately. Whichever scatter plot of 3 is there, I want separately. Means to be more simplified, I want within the data frame, okay, data frame of df of size. I'm going to take size, okay, size is equal to 1. So first I'll get the data which is size of 1. This data I'm going to store in ONE, some data frame called as ONE. Okay. Now within this data frame, whatever the ONE data frame is there, in this total bill is there, tip is there. So what I'm going to do is SNS dot scatter plot. I'm going to apply SNS dot rel plot. SNS dot rel plot of x is equal to total bill. X is equal to total bill. And y is equal to tip. I'll write y is equal to tip. And also that I'll write the data is equal to, instead of entire data frame, ONE. ONE means only size of 1. I'm going to take like this. Now, what I'm going to get? So here, cannot interpret the value of total bill. Total bill, what is the total underscore bill? Okay, total underscore bill. So now I have got this is the data points. Total how many data points? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 data points. Now similarly, I want to go with the next one with 2. So I'm writing with 2. TOW. Data frame name is called as TOW. And wherever the size is equal to 2. And I want to make one more scatter plot, same to same like this, which is now for data frame 2. Means both of them I'm writing in the same. Now in this, I'm going to get with respect to data frame 1, that is scatter plot 1 of with size of 1. How many records are there with size of 1 means with respect to 4 records are there, and these are the 4 data points. With size of 2, whatever the number of data points are there, this is the scatter plot. Similarly for size 3, similarly for size 4, similarly for size 5, similarly for size 6. Like that, I want total 6 plots I want. 6 plots, what I have to do? Separately, I have to create first group by. I have to group by them. First, I have to separate them, group by them. After applying the group by concept, then I can apply the scatter plot over them. Now, what I'm going to do, instead of doing the group by or separating the data, just I'm going to write call is equal to size. Call is equal to size means automatically it is going to take, see, for size of 1, 4 data points, for size of 2, for size of 3, size of 4, size of 5, size of 6. Now, if you write here, the same thing, if you repeat for 5, for 3, for 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you write for 6 and 6 different scatter plots, if you write, what is the answer you are going to get? The same answer you are going to get here. Okay, the entire code you are going to get like this just by using the call is equal to size. Now, what is meant by call is equal to size means it is separating each one in each column. Means total, first it will identify how many unique categories are there. First it will identify the unique categories of the size. That is df of size. First it will take the df dot size or dot unique. Whatever the unique is there, for this unique, it is going to apply the length function. It is going to apply the length function. Now, after applying the length function, it will get the output as 6. Okay, 6 categories are there. That is the output. Since it is having the 6 categories, it is going to make a subplots of 6 by 1. Sorry, 1 by 6. Subplots of 1 by 6. What is meant by subplots of 1 by 6? one row, 6 columns. Whatever the 6 you have got here, that it is going to create that many columns. So that is the reason it is called as call is equal to. Call is equal to means based on the size variable, it is going to create number of columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the first subplot, it is going to take for size is equal to 1. In the second subplot, size is equal to 2. In the third subplot, fourth subplot, fifth subplot, sixth subplot. Means indirectly what it is going to do in the backend, what it is doing means just it is going to create the plt dot subplots of 1 comma 6 comma 1. First it will take the 1 comma 6 comma 1. Inside the 1, it will take the for size of 1. 1 comma 6 comma 2, it will take the size of 2. 1 comma 6 comma 3, size of 3. 1 comma 6 comma 3, 4, size of 4. Like this, it is going to create the subplots. So now here I am going to get the total subplots. Sir, instead of creating using the size, can you create using the gender? That is, now you'll get only two now, because df of gender, if I write df of gender of unique, how many categories are there? Only 2 categories are there. So it is going to take 1 comma 2 subplots. 1 comma 2 means 1 row with 2 columns. Now here what happened, since I'm having the 6 of them are there, size is having 6 categories. Since it is having the 6 categories, so total I'm having 6 subplots of 1 comma 6. Sir, this 1 comma 6 subplots, okay sir, but it is not visible for me very clearly. Means I want this all the 6 plots not in this way. So it is not visible properly. It is not visible properly. We can't analyze. Then what I have to do means then call wrap is equal to 2. Means the entire whatever the things are there, this entire total 6 are there, right? 6. This 6 you divide by 2. Divide by 2 means 3 rows. It is going to create the 3 rows, that is 3 comma 2. Call wrap is equal to 2 means it is going to create the number of columns is equal to 2. According to that, number of rows will be converted. So call wrap is equal to 2 means I'm going to get in the 2 rows. Now you just observe these entire 6 plots are divided into 2 columns. So total 6 subplots I'm going to get in this way. That is call wrap meaning. Got the point? First, the word of call means clear. Call means nothing but we are going to get total number of columns. For example, let us take like this. For example, you are having call is equal to, instead of call is equal to size, or let us go with another one. What is multiple variables we are having, right? What are the other variables we are having? Gender, smoker, day, time. So let us go with the day. What are the different days I'm having? Sunday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday. These are the 4 days, right? So let us type the day. Now total how many subplots you have to get? If I write here day, how many subplots? 4 subplots. How many rows you will get by default? 1 row, 4 columns. First column is for Sunday, followed by Saturday, followed by Thursday, and 5 like this. Whatever the alphabetical order it is there, it is going to follow that one, right? Total 4 subplots I am going to get. Can you see 4 subplots? Okay, and these 4 subplots I have got in this way. I don't want in the 4 subplots in that way. I want the 4 subplots just 2 columns only. Means the entire subplot should be divided in the 2 columns. Means 4 are there. 4 can be divided by 2. Means 2 by 2. So I want the entire data in the 2 by 2. So I'm going to get 2 by 2 subplots. Whatever this I'm going to write in the day, call wrap is equal to 2 means I'm going to get in 2 by 2. If I write here instead of 2, if I write 1, what is the meaning of 1? Call wrap is equal to 1 means everything I want in the 1 column. Then how many rows you are going to get? 4 rows, right? 4 rows you are going to get. So 4 rows and you are going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that clear? Entire data you want in how many columns? The entire plots should be divided in how many columns? That is the meaning of call wrap. Call wrap means how many columns you want to divide. Total number of plots are 4 fixed. That how many columns you want to divide? 2 columns are, 3 columns are, 4 columns are, like that. Maximum is 4, minimum is 1. If you try with 3 columns, sir, I want in the 3 columns means first one, second one, third one you will get. In the down one, again first one you will get, but remaining 2 will be empty. This is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, and this will be empty, this will be empty, because the call wrap is equal to 3 means you want 3 columns. In the 3 columns you want that one. So in the 3 columns you want means automatically remaining 2 should be empty. Because only 4 you are having, 4 plots you are having. 4 plots you want to divide into 3 means First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth, sixth, empty. Just in the backend, what it is going to do? Nothing. Subplots only. In the backend, plt.subplots. It is going to create the plt.subplots. Within the subplots, whatever that first it will identify the total, how many total number of plots are there. First it will identify the number. Identify the number. Just it is going to use the length column. Okay, length function. Just it will apply the length. Whatever the you have given here categorical variable, just it is going to apply that categorical variable df of particular size. If you write size means size, day means day, whatever. If you're writing day dot unique, first it will identify this one. It will get 4. Okay, 4 means 4 subplots it is going to create. 4 plots you are going to get. That is fixed. Here, how much is the length? That is fixed. By default, it will take 1, 4. First number is 1, fixed. Every time 1 is fixed. 1 row only. By default, 1 row only. Though it is 10 also, everything in 1 row only. By default. 20 categories are there also, 1 row only. By default, 1 only. 1 row only will be there. But you want to divide the number of plots into multiple rows and columns means you are going to write the call wrap function. So when we are having the multiple categories and we want to analyze, then call wrap will be used. When the call wrap we are going to use? When we are having the multiple categories in the particular future, in the particular variable, if you are having more than 2 categories. For example, here I am having only the gender. That is a column called as gender column. This gender column is having only 2. Here call wrap is important for me. I can clearly see now. It is visible only, right? Here no need of call wrap. Why call wrap? If it is not visible and very, very small only is there, then call wrap is important. So call wrap is used when more number of categories are there. For sex column, only 2 categories are there. One is female and one is male. For this, no need of any kind of call wrap. Okay. So when you are having more number of categories, in that case, go with the call wrap so that the diagram will be very clear. Is that clear? Next, coming to the line plot. Now in the line plot, see sns.rel plot. Just what is meant by sns.rel plot means by default, it is going to take the scatter plot. By default, scatter plot. Now in the scatter plot, whatever the values are there, each value should be attached in the sequential order. That is line plot. For that, what I'm going to do? Just I'm going to write kind is equal to line. If I write kind is equal to line, it is going to create the line plot. If I don't write the kind is equal to line for this particular function, if I don't write kind is equal to line for this particular function, by default, the kind is equal to whatever the kind is there. If you observe, the kind is equal to by default scatter. Default is scatter. If you don't write, it will take automatically scatter. Since you have written the line plot, it will consider the line plot. Okay. So by default, it will take the scatter plot. In the scatter plot, if you want to attach all the data points in the sequential order, just add the kind is equal to line. If you add kind is equal to line, you'll get the line plot. Now, generally line plot will be applied only if it is the data is sequential order. Here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new column called as serial number. By creating a range of 1 to 245, I'm creating a serial number. Why I'm creating a serial number? Because serial order. I require one serial order, one column with serial order I require. So I'm showing you for serial order. Now X is equal to serial number. Now X-axis is continuously increasing and Y-axis is tip. Now you are going to compare. Now this is the proper comparison. Proper comparison means proper line plot. Okay. Whether here you are going to apply or not, that is your choice. But generally, the X should be in terms of sequential data. Then only apply the line plot. If the X column is not in the sequential, don't apply the line plot. Line plot is applied only if the X is sequential. Okay. Only X is sequential. Done. Now coming to the, so we have completed the histogram. Again, we have completed with respect to the box plot. We have completed the scatter plot and we have completed the line plot. Whatever we have done in the matplotlib, same thing we have done, nothing special. Additional is now joint plot. Next one is called as joint plot. Joint plot is a combination of scatter plot with histogram. Now scatter plot, I'm going to make a scatter plot between total bill versus tip amount. Okay. This is total bill versus tip amount. This is called as scatter plot. Now, for this total bill, I want to make a histogram here. This is the histogram of total bill. For this, whatever the histogram is there, this histogram I want to represent here. So this histogram is this side. This one histogram is this side. So two histograms and one scatter plot is called as joint plot. Joint plot is nothing but two histograms with one scatter plot. So in the scatter plot, you are having the relation. At the same time, in the scatter plot, here only you can identify whether it is a right skewed or left skewed. Histogram plus scatter plot is called as joint plot. Okay, in the scatter plot, you'll have the two variables. So histograms also will be 2. Automatically, histograms also will be 2. So this particular plot is of bivariate analysis because it will take the two variables. It will consider two variables at a time. So it will also comes under the part of the bivariate analysis. Right? Is that clear? Next one is violin plot. Next one is called as violin plot. Now, if you observe this violin plot, it is a combination of your histogram, that is KDE plot, along with the box plot. Box plot plus KDE will be there. Box plot plus KDE. So if you consider your box plot, whatever the box plot you are having, this is the box plot. Along with the box plot, you are having with respect to kernel density estimation, that is curve. So above we have already seen what is meant by KDE plot. What is KDE plot? KDE plot means which is used to check whether the data is skewed or not. Kernel density estimation, which is a density curve, right? The same density curve we are seeing here. I have explained what is meant by density curve and how to calculate the density curve and how the density curve will be drawn. Everything we have discussed in the descriptive statistics. So the same thing I'm drawing here. So it is a combination of box plot along with the KDE. Is that clear? This is called as violin plot. Now, coming to the most important multivariate analysis. Multivariate analysis. Now, important point. So, in the multivariate analysis, now what is multivariate analysis? Multivariate analysis. Analyzing the multiple variables at a time. If you are able to analyze the multiple variables at a time, then it is called as multivariate analysis. Then it is called as multivariate analysis, analyzing the multiple variables at a time. Right? Now, sir, let us take like this. I'm having 3 variables, X, Y, Z. 3 variables are there, X, Y, Z. Variable names are X, Y, Z. 3 variables. Now, these 3 variables I want to analyze at a time, not separately. Any 2 variables, if you take any one variable, if you take, then it is called as histogram. For X, you are going to apply histogram. For single X, you are going to apply box. For single Y, you are going to apply histogram, box. For single Z, you are going to apply histogram and box. Combination of X and Y, you are going to take the scatter plot or joint plot or violin plot. You are going to take the combination, any 2, by taking 2, you are going to apply the scatter plot, joint plot, all these things. This is bivariate analysis. Now I want to have everything, 3 variables at a time. I want to analyze 3 variables. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the multivariate analysis. And that multivariate analysis plot is called as pair plot. The plot is called as pair plot. By using the pair plot, we are going to analyze the multiple variable analysis. Now what happens in the pair plot? Automatically, it is going to create the matrix. Here, how many variables you are analyzing? 3 variables. In this case, in this example, you are having 3. If 4 are there, means 4. 20 are there, means 20. Whatever it is. Here, example 3. 3 are there now. So 3 by 3 matrix. It is going to create 3 by 3 subplots. 3 by 3 subplots it is going to create. 3 rows, 3 columns. Total 9 subplots we are going to get. Okay. So pair plot, what the pair plot will do? First, it will identify total how many number of columns you are considering. First, it will identify. For that number of columns, it is going to create the 3 by, if 3 are there, means 3 by 3, 4 are there, means 4 by 4, 10 are there, means 10 by 10. Subplots it is going to create. Now, this is X, this is Y, and this is Z. This is X, this is Y, and this is Z. Now, first one, this particular plot is between X and X. This plot is between x and x, which is nothing but only x, which is histogram. It is going to take histogram because both of them are same variable. For same to same variable means one variable equivalent to one variable. So it is going to apply the histogram. Now this one is second one. This variable, this particular cell x comma y on x, this is x and this is y. So it is going to take on x axis x and y axis. So this is with respect to on x, y axis x value and y value here. Whatever you are having here, this is this values. Whatever you are having here, that is below values. And this is going to take between x and z. This is the scatter plot. This is the scatter plot. Now here, now tell me what you are going to get here. X, this one, y. This is scatter plot. Two different variables means scatter plot. Now this one, y. This is also y. Y and y means histogram of y. You are going to get a histogram of y. Now this one, here what? Y. This one, z. And scatter plot. And this one, here below means x, side means whatever side you are writing, this one. Below means you have to observe this one. Since both of them are different, scatter plot. This one, below is y, side is z. And what you are going to get? Scatter plot. And this one is z and z. So histogram of z. Histogram of z variable. So it is also a combination of multiple scatter plots and multiple histograms. What is the difference between joint plot versus this one means? In the joint plot, you can analyze only two variables at a time. But in the pair plot, you can analyze at a time multiple variables. That is the reason in real life, none of them will use the joint plot. Directly, they'll use the pair plot only. In one shot, we'll get both of them. Why separately we have to go with the joint plot? Directly here itself we'll get. So 99% of the cases will apply the pair plot, not 99, 100%. 100%. Wherever more than two variables we are analyzing, pair plot is mandatory. But remember, this pair plot is applied only for the continuous variable. Discrete variable should not be included because the scatter plot is for continuous variable and histogram is also for continuous variable. Both of them are continuous variables. So overall pair plot is also for continuous variable. No discrete count should be there. Discrete count also comes under discrete only. Discrete variable you should not include. You should not include the discrete count. Discrete count also should not be included. Though it is in the number format also, you should not include. This is most important point. Many of the people will do the wrongly. This one. Discrete count is numerical data which should not be included in the pair plot. Pair plot is only for continuous. Only continuous. Continuous is different. Quantitative data is different. Quantitative data means, now what is meant by, what is the difference between, in the interview, they'll ask like this. What is the difference between quantitative data versus continuous data? What is the difference? Quantitative data means which is in the numerical format. Whichever the data is in the numerical format comes under quantitative.
Numerical means continuous plus discrete count also numerical only. This is called as quantitative. But continuous means only continuous. It is not a quantitative data. It is a continuous data. Continuous data is different. Quantitative data means different. Quantitative means continuous plus discrete also comes under quantitative. Every numerical value comes under quantitative. Numerically, if you are specifying the data with numerical values. For example, in this bottle, how much amount of water is there? Whether 400 ml or 500 ml or 600 ml, whatever it is. How much ml of water is there? If you specify, then it is called as quant. Whether the water is a good water or a bad water, qualitative. Whether it is a mineral water, non-mineral water, qualitative. Whether it is a bore water or with respect to qualitative, that is qualitative. Quantity, I'm asking inside how much quantity is there, then it is quantitative. Whether this one, this particular bottle was manufactured by using which type of material, whether it is a copper bottle, whether it is a plastic bottle, or whether it is a some kind of steel bottle or something. If I'm asking that one, then again it comes under qualitative. I'm asking not quality, I'm asking quantity. Inside how much quantity is there, that one. I'm not asking about the external body, I'm asking internal. Then it comes under quantitative. That is the difference between both of them. Okay, is this cap is a good cap or a bad cap? whatever the cap of the bottle is there. That comes under qualitative. Either you'll have the word of good or bad. You can't say that zero cap, one cap, two cap. You can't say numbers wise, right? If you now total how many chairs are there in this class, then it is called as quantity, quantitative variable, quantity. So that quantity, how the chair's quality is there, that is the difference between quantity and quality. Qualitative means text data and quantity means number, numerical data. So numerical data means a combination of continuous plus discrete count also comes under qualitative data. But here this pair plot is not applied on the quantitative data. This pair plot is applied only on the continuous. Many of the people will assume that pair plot is applied on the quantitative data, but only exclusively continuous. So first of all, continuous data only have to apply the pair plot, because histogram is applied on pair plot. Histogram is applied on science. Both of them are continuous. Then combination also should be continuous. How discrete count can come here? Is clear? So here I'm writing SNS dot pair plot is variables is equal to continuous. Means already continuous variables in my case already have separated earlier. Continuous is equal to total bill and tip. This particular one is here, and automatically to be done here. Right? Continuous variable. Continuous means nothing but indirectly it is going to apply the continuous variables. All continuous variables have created a shortcut called as continuous. If 20 variables are correct. First time I have created 20 variables or 30 variables or 40 variables. I have separated that list here. Now that one I'm writing here continuous. I write only continuous. So it will apply only for continuous variable. So here this is the total bill versus total bill. So histogram. This is total bill. Now on y-axis what you are having here. This is total bill and this is tip amount. This is what is the difference. This one. This is down total bill. This is the tip amount and this is tip versus tip, which is the nothing but histogram of the tip. Is that clear? So if you are having 4 variables, you are going to have 4 by 4. 4 variables are there means 4 by 4. I, J, K, L. I, J, K, L. First one is histogram, 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 histogram. Diagonal values always will be the histograms. And here it is the scatter plots. Each of them are scatter plots. Right? And whether upper and lower triangle are same in the pair plot. This is the certification question. Is upper triangle and lower triangle are same? Yes or no? Option A, yes. Option B, no. Yes or no? Both are same. Upper triangle and lower triangle? No, because this pair plot was, this scatter plot is between here I and this is J. Whereas this one is J, this is I. How both will be the same? Whatever I am considering here, this whatever I am having here, this y-axis I am considering J. So this scatter plot and this scatter plot same. These both scatter plots are same. No, how both will be the same? Because on x-axis what you have considered, that will depend. You are not considering same on the x-axis, same on y-axis to be same. You are having inverse. Both are opposite to each other. Right? Now, next one, next multivariate analysis is called as heat map. Next multivariate analysis is called as heat map. Now, what is meant by heat map? Once again, multiple variables analysis. Whenever you are doing multiple variable analysis, remember only one thing called as matrix. Whenever multivariate analysis, matrix. At a time, we can't do multiple variables in a single plot. Never we can combine. If you combine also, you can't analyze properly. You can analyze only two data at a time. You can't combine multiple things at a time. So multiple variables means simply it is a matrix. For example, I am having X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. In the pair plot, we have seen with respect to histograms and scatter plot. In heat map, what it is going to do is, it is going to take between, first I will take the correlation. I am going to take the correlation matrix. Already we know what is meant by correlation. How to calculate the correlation between two variables, that is x comma x, x comma y. Now it is going to take, this is the correlation between x comma x. This is the correlation between x comma y. This is the correlation between x comma z. And this is the correlation between y comma x. This is the correlation between y comma y. This is the correlation between y comma z. This is the correlation between z comma x. This is the correlation between z comma y. This is the correlation between z comma z. So you are going to write values. Let us take the value. What is the correlation between x comma x? Always it is 1. This is fixed. Every time it is fixed. It is not going to change. 1. Fixed. Now let us take here some example. Randomly I am writing 0.7, 0.2, 0.4. Now what is the correlation between x comma y? The same correlation here also 0.7. Whatever the correlation between x comma z, whatever the value is there, this one also same. Whatever the value you are having here, this is also same. Now upper triangle and lower triangle both are same. Yes, both are same. In this case, both are same. In this case, both are same. So now, okay, I am having the values. Okay, randomly I have taken. Randomly I have written the numbers. Okay. Now you are having the values, some values like this. Now for this values, just you give the higher the value, the more the darker the color. You color that one. Higher the value is there means you dark highly. Less value is there means less dark you give. Darkness, color, shading. One is there. One means 100% pure, 100% pure black color. Go with the pure black color. 70%. Now 70% of the blackness, blackishness 70%. This is not 100% black. 20 means 20% of the blackness. Okay, percentage. Let's just reduce there as whatever the correlation value is there, based on their value, reduce the colors. Right? Now, if you represent different colors like this, then it is called as heat map. Heat map means representing in the colors. The values in the colors is called as heat map. Heat map means just representing in the colors. Now, for example, here I am going to take the correlation matrix between the total bill versus tip. I got this is the values. These are the values. Correlation between total bill versus total bill is 1. Total bill versus tip is this one. Tip versus total bill and tip versus tip. Now I'm going to write SNS dot heat map of whatever the this matrix is there, that I'm going to write here. The same thing I'm going to write here. The whatever this matrix is there, that matrix I'm going to give as the input. Now I have got the colors. Now what it is showing, the lighter the color means very light color is there means 1. The darkness is there means the lower the value. It is showing in the lighter the color is having the higher correlation, darker the color is having the low correlation. It will show here. This is called as with respect to for our understanding which one it has taken, whether darkness is high or darkness is low, that we'll see from here. Now, so here we can see the coloring, right? Now, sir, coloring okay, but what about the values? If I want to see the values also, just you have to write anoid is equal to true. If you write anoid is equal to true, you can see their values also. Values along with the coloring, both of them you can see. That is the heat map. Now, sir, what is the advantage of the heat map? Till now, we have discussed multiple plots. We have seen the advantage. Coloring, for coloring only, we are doing all these things. What is the use? Means just very simple. Assume that I'm having total 10 variables are there. 10 variables are there. 10 variables are there means what is the matrix I'm going to get? 10 by 10. Okay, 10 by 10. 10 by 10 means how many values will be there inside the matrix? 100 values will be there. Now in this 100 values, which value is less than 0.5? If I ask you, you are going to see one by one. First this one, followed by this one, followed by this one. Like this one by one, you'll see like this with your eyes. Total 100 values, you'll see one by one. But if I give the coloring, automatically, which is having the low correlation will be dark shade, right? Automatically, clearly I can identify which are dark colors. Oh, this is having low correlation. Fastly we can identify out of 100 also, which are having less than 0.5 also we can identify easily because they'll be dark. Which are having higher correlation, it will be with respect to light colors. So dark colors we can't identify. From a given 100 data points, we can't identify the dark colors. So easily we can identify the dark colors. By identifying the dark colors, okay, directly we can go to the our required miss. For that easiness, they have created this one. Is that clear? Sir, why? Why we have to identify which are the values having less than 0.5? Which is having no correlation. If there is no correlation, what is the use of that particular variable? For example, I want to predict the salary of a person. Okay, once you complete the data science course, I want to predict your salary. I'm doing the mock interview for you. After doing the mock interview, I'm going to predict what would be your expected salary. Based on your subject, you can expect this much of salary. I want to predict. I'm going to predict based on your what is the dress you have wear on the day, or based on whatever the your name, your father name, your mother name. These are the things important for me. Huh? Not important, right? But if I'm having those data also, then what is the correlation between the salary versus your name? What is the correlation? Means 0. 0 means still I have to keep the data and still I have to analyze the data. No, right? I will delete. Which is having the low correlation, those data points we are going to delete. That is called as future selection. Which are important features, which are unimportant features, we are going to identify. That we'll see in the further class. In the future classes, we are going to see that one. When we are going to apply that future selection technique, this heat map is going to play the important role. Is that clear? So to identify which variable is having least correlation, means The lower the value, the higher the color. Now, total of 100 values are there. Out of these 100 values, we are identifying easily which is having the darker colors, which are more dark. By identifying those dark colors, we'll identify, oh, this is having the least correlation, and from that we'll remove those variables. Is that clear? The advantage of heat map. Heat map means coloring. For your number, coloring. It is giving the coloring. Heat map means nothing but coloring. What are the numbers? If you give correlation means correlation numbers. If you give other values means other numbers. What are the numbers you give? It will give the coloring for that according to the numbers. If you give 10, for example, I have given 10, 4, 9, 6. What is this miss? Nothing. My choice. I have given like that. According to that, it will give the colors. 4 will have the higher the dark color. When compared to this color will be light. When compared to this color will be light. When compared to this color will be still light. The lower the value, the higher the darkness. Heat map will do in that way. Heat map, whatever the values you have given, within that values, the lower the values, the higher the dark the color. Is that clear? Simple. Whether you give the correlation matrix, whether you give covariance matrix, whether you give other data, whatever the data you provide, whatever the data, whether it is a correlation or nothing, it will not identify that way. It will check the data. Okay, you have given these data points. Now within these data points, which is having the least one, first it will identify. For the least one, higher, darker the color it will give, dark shade it will give. Slowly it will adjust the shading part. Is that clear? Now, these are the different plots which are used for the continuous variables. So just observe once again, what are the different types of plots we have worked. So for univariate analysis, histogram and box plot. For bivariate analysis, scatter plot, line plot. Line plot also 2 variables, out of which X should be sequential data. X should be sequential data. So line plot is also bivariate analysis, joint plot, violin plot, and coming to the multivariate, pair plot and heat map. So these are the total 8 different plots which we have discussed. Clear? All the 8 plots are clear. Continuous variables. Now let us move on to the discrete variable. Now coming to the discrete variable. Next one is for discrete variable. Now for coming to the discrete variable, we are having again univariate, bivariate and multivariate. But for discrete variable, there is no multivariate, only univariate and bivariate. Okay. And now DF of smoker and value counts. You are going to apply the value counts and you have got 151 and 93. Okay. The values of 151 and 93. The same thing you are representing using the bar. The height of 153 and height of 91 with respect to no and yes. The count, whatever the count is there, this count you are representing using the bar. So it is called as bar plot. Bar plot, which is the also count plot. This is called as count plot. Now they'll ask you what is meant by count plot. In the interview, if they ask what is meant by count plot. Count plot means it is also one type of bar plot. One type of bar plot where it represents the count of the each category. Okay. So I'll write here only. Count plot. What is the meaning of count plot? Count plot means it's one type of, it is a type of bar plot. It is also bar plot. It's also, otherwise it is instead of one type, it's also a type, it is also a bar plot. It's also a bar plot where it represents the count of each category in a variable. Each category in a variable. Just if you are representing only the count, means then exclusively it is called as count plot. Okay. Apart from counter, you can represent so many things in the bar. As per your choice, you can represent, right? Exclusively if you are representing only count means, then it is called as count plot. Okay. Apart from the count, if you are representing anything, then it is called as with respect to bar plot. SNS.count plot, Y is equal to smoker means whatever the categories of Y is there, whatever the categories of smoker is there, that I want to consider on the Y-axis. That is yes and no's I want to consider on the Y-axis. Instead of considering on the X-axis, I want to consider the Y-axis. Now what happens? It is nothing but horizontal bar graph. you are going to get in a horizontal. Above case, you have taken the x is equal to df of smoker, means on x-axis you have taken the categories. Now you are taking the categories on the y-axis and their count are represented on the x-axis. The difference between both of them is horizontal. One is vertical bar count plot, one is horizontal count plot, right? Next one is called as bar plot. Next one is called as bar plot. Now here, if you apply this bar plot, so I'm going to take first, I'm going to print the DF. As everyone knows, DF is total bill, tip, gender, smoker, day, time, and size. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take with respect to bar plot, SNS dot bar. I'm going to write bar plot. So SNS is equal to bar plot between the gender. X is equal to gender. Gender means one is female and one is male. On x-axis, I'm going to take female and male. And y-axis, I'm going to take their total bill. So if you observe here, this is I have got the bar plot. But in the bar plot, if you observe here, there is some black line. Above black line is there. Now, what is the meaning of this black line? The black line meaning is, what is the meaning of this black line? Means inside that multiple values are there. Sir, what is meant by that? Let us see. SNS dot same to same. Whatever I'm having bar plot, I'm writing cat plot, categorical plot. Okay. Just observe the difference. This is SNS dot bar plot. X is equal to gender. Y is equal to total bill. D data is equal to DF. As it is, copy, paste. X is equal to gender. Y is equal to total bill. Data is equal to DF. Just instead of writing the word called as bar, I'm writing the word called as cat. Cat means categorical plot. So what it is going to do, it is going to keep all the data points. Every data point means first one. What is the first one? Total bill. Within that, so what it is going to do? Female and male. So let us assume I'm having, these are the 10 records. I'm having only 10 records. Now, if it is the case, how will the cat plot will be drawn? Let me show you for 10 records how the cat plot will be drawn. Now, female 16.9. Where is 16.9? Okay, one dot. For male 10.34. For male, sorry. For male 21.01. For male 23.68. For female 24.59. Okay. And the next for male 29.03. For female 27.18. For female 22.67. For male 17.82. And for female 18.78. So I'm going to get like this. So total, how many data points I'm getting in the female? 4 data points. Within the male, how many data points? 6 data points. Total 10 data points. Now here 6, here 4. Now this is called as cat plot. Cat plot means you are representing with respect to their categories on the x-axis, and whatever the total bill is there, the total bill you are representing on the y-axis. Just as a dots means scatter plot, similar to the scatter plot. You are making a scatter plot between a discrete variable to the continuous variable. A scatter plot between discrete variable versus continuous variable. If you make a scatter plot, you are going to get a scatter plot in this way. This is the scatter plot. Now here, just if you observe here, so these are the data points for each and every. For female category, what is the total bills? Every total bill of the male and every total bill of the female. Now, for example, if I draw the bar plot, I'm drawing the first bar. This is my first bar. Over this, I have drawn the second bar. Now, total how many bars I have written? First bar followed by second bar. Now, how many bars I have written? Huh? For you, how many bars are visible? 1 bar. But second bar, can you see? It is inside. So inside one more bar is there. Then how I can tell you that inside one more bar is there? By writing one black line like this above. That black line indicates that inside multiple bars are there. So now what is the maximum bar you can see? You'll see only 1 bar, which is a height of this one. This is the maximum bar which you can see. But internally, this is 1 bar is there. For this 1 bar is there. For this 1 bar is there. For this 1 bar is there. Internal multiple bars are there. But we can see only 1 bar because everything are shaded, right? So overlap with respect to everything are overlap. So you can see only 1 bar. So that is the reason here you are able to see only 1 bar. That bar is having with respect to black color line like this. What is the meaning of that black color line? Means inside multiple bars are there. That is the meaning, right? Is that clear? Next, SNS dot cat plot. X is equal to day, Y is equal to total bill, data is equal to DF, kind is equal to bar. Now let us understand this. First, what SNS dot cat plot? What is meant by cat plot? It is going to give the scatter, only dots. It will keep the dots. Fix that one. X is equal to day. Day means what are the day categories we are having? Sunday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. Total bill. On Sunday, if that first record, whatever the first record is there, let us open the record. Whatever the first one, Sunday, the word Sunday is there. For Sunday, 16.99, keep the dot. Sunday, 10.34. Sunday. Whatever the Sundays are there, keep the points. Whatever the Saturdays are there, keep the points for the Saturdays accordingly. If you represent the points, every point for the day wise, this is X is equal to day and total bill. You are just representing the dots. So let us see like this up to here. Now you can see only the dots, right? Now if I write here, after that, kind is equal to bar. Kind is equal to bar. If you don't write kind is equal to bar, by default, what it is going to select? Scatter. By default, kind is equal to scatter. Okay. Now here, I'm going to take kind is equal to bar. Kind is equal to bar. Now you can see here, kind, small letters, caps lock. It is caps lock. Kind is equal to bar. Now again you can see lines are there, means multiple bars are there. Inside that, multiple bars are there. Now on Sunday, again within the Sunday, males are there, females are there. I want again to be separated on Sunday with males and with females side by side. Unstacked bar I want, that too side by side. Then what I'm going to write? Hue is equal to gender. Hue is equal to gender means again it is going to separate the data based on the female and male. Got the point? So now you can compare on Sunday what is the maximum males, or with respect to Saturdays, and with respect to individually day wise you can analyze. In the barbecue, they'll analyze with respect to the day wise. On Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Friday, on holidays, on non-holidays, public holidays, general holidays, festivals, children holidays. Like this, they are having each of everything category. Today is a holiday. Holiday means not a holiday. What is the reason of holiday? It is a public holiday, na? It is a Bharat Banda. It is a normal holiday, na? Or it is a weekend. Anything is there. That one also, if you have, then more perfect analysis we can do. The more the data, the more accurate analysis. Lesser the data, lesser the analysis. So in this way, we are going to analyze the data. C1 is comparatively easy than matplotlib, obviously, right? Now here cat plot is equal to X is equal to smoker. Now tell me what I'm going to consider on X-axis. Smoker. Smoker means what are there? No and yes. Only two categories. No and yes. Okay. After that, total bill. Total Y-axis, total bill. That is also okay. Data is equal to DF. Kind is equal to bar. Means I'm going to get the bar wise. And within the hue is equal to size. Means how many smokers are there within that size. Size of 1, size of 2, size of 3, size of 4, size of 5, size of 6. 6 bars I'm going to get for no. 6 bars I'm going to get for yes. Separately. I'm going to analyze separately. And here you have got like this overall. So with respect to no, 0, I mean size of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Size of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is not there. Why 6 is not there? Because with the smoker is equal to yes, let us see. Let us observe the data. DF of smoker, whatever the smoker is there, smoker is equal to yes. First let us okay. So wherever the smoker is equal to yes, what is this? Huh? DF of smoker. Okay. Yes. The name yes is not there. Smoker. Okay. Yes is caps lock Y. Yes, caps lock Y. Yes. So these are the data. Total 93 records are there. Now within this, again, I'm going to take the only size column. Within this, whatever the I'm having, I'm considering only the size column. Now within this, I'm calculating unique values. Now what are the unique values I'm having? 421, 42135 is there. 6 is there. With smoker is equal to yes. With 6 is not there. But with whereas smoker is equal to no, you are having 2, 3, 4, 1, 6, 5. Means total 6 categories are there. So that is the reason 6 bars there. Here only 5 bars. The reason behind that. Is that clear? So just in the backend, it is applying the pandas only. Pandas matplotlib only. But instead of writing manually 3 or 4 lines or 10 lines of code separately, by one line only, it will only do everything. It will automatically do. Means Hue, what is the advantage of Hue? Means group by. It will automatically do the group by function. It will group the data based on the size wise. This is the advantage. Hue means group by. Remember, Hue means group by. Fix. Okay. It is going to group the data separately. It is going to separate the data. Every time it will separate the data based on the groups. And it will make us to understand the data very easy way. Is that clear? So this is the bar plots. Next, coming to the box plot. SNS.boxplot, X is equal to day and Y is equal to total bill. Means on just open the x-axis. In the x-axis day, what are the days? Sunday, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday. These are the days, right? Now these days, x-axis, Y is equal to total bill. Total bill you are going to consider. But this time, whatever the values I am going to get, here, if I write lel plot, I'll get the dots. These dots, wherever the minimum value is there, that minimum value should be line. The maximum value should be one line. Similarly, within the dots, one value will be Q3. Somewhere, this value will be Q3. This value will be Q2, or Q1. And this value will be Q2. So I'm just connecting them like this. This is the box plot of the Sunday data. Similarly for Saturday data. Similarly for Thursday. Similarly for Friday. Separately, I'm calculating. Actually, how to calculate, if there is no seaborn, assume there is no seaborn. Generally, how to do this one? Same. First, we have to separate the data based on the day is equal to df of day, which is equal to Sunday. First, you separate the Sunday data. Okay, Sunday. I'm separating the Sunday data. df of df double equal to Sunday. I have separated. Now, after separating, now within that, I want the total bill. So for this, let us store this one in a data frame called as sun. Some name, data frame called as sun. Now within that, I'm going to take plt.boxplot. I know boxplot plt, right? plt.boxplot. Okay. plt.boxplot. And after that, what I'm going to do? Within the Sunday data frame, within that total bill column, I'm going to apply for the total bill column. Total bill spelling TOTAL underscore bill. Yes, correct. Now I'm going to get the same thing with 2 outliers. So can you see here? Same to same. Now instead of Sunday, if you want plt.show, I'm writing plt.show. Okay, this is Sunday. Now similarly for Saturday, what to write for Saturday? Just instead of this, you have to change this one to SAT. Now automatically you'll get for the Saturday. Saturday, the minimum to is the same box plot. Now, instead of Saturday, next, if you want for Thursday, you are going to take for the Thursday. So day is equal to Thursday. TRUHUR. R also is there. R. So now you can see here, whatever the number of, and whatever the scatter plot, you can see the scatter plot where it is, sorry, whatever the minimum value, you can see the same minimum value. And next, after Thursday, Friday. Similarly for Friday. Now, if you attach all of them in a subplot, subplot 1, subplot 2, subplot 3, subplot 4, means instead of writing 4 and 5 to 10 lines of code separately, it is having in one line. That is the reason Seaborn is advanced visualization library. Automatically, it will only do. In the backend, these are the functions they have written. These are the codes they have written in the back. Is that clear? Instead of separating the data Friday and applying the box plot, we are doing directly the Seaborn. But if you have forgot the Seaborn, you can do in that way also. You have forgot. First, you separate the data for, you want to analyze only the Sunday records. Separate the data Sunday and you start analyzing on the Sunday. And whatever the analysis you have done, take a points on that. Again, select the data, only Friday's data and start analysis. Only within the, first you separate. Day wise you separate. Means group the data based on the day wise. In that particular day, how many size, for example, Friday, which maximum number of size people will come? 1 size or 2 size or 3 size on day wise. Tell me for Thursday. For Thursday, what would be the sizes? More number of people. More number of people for Thursday, for Friday, for Saturday, for Sunday. Tell me this answer. If I ask this question, I ask the question for Thursday, whether more number of people will be repeated with respect to 2 or 3 or 4 or 1 or 5 or 6. Overall data, what is the overall data? Overall data represents with respect to the, wherever we, this is for overall data. Where is that? This is overall value counts. It is 156 records are there. This is for overall data. The same thing, value counts I want for the individual day wise. Day wise I want. Now what we have to do? DF of group by, you are going to apply group by. You are going to group by size. Size wise you are going to group, not size wise. What? Day wise. Day wise you are going to group. Once they are grouped day wise, now for that day wise, you are going to take for each one size dot value counts. Now for each day size, for that size again value counts. Now you'll observe that, okay, for Monday, which maximum number of people are coming? Means which size of people? Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Separately you are going to analyze. Separate the data and analyze the data. Is that clear? That is the group by function. Group by is most important. That is the reason, because you are going to separate the data as per our requirements. We are going to group the data. I want to check my students, means how my first bench students are there, how the second bench students, third bench students, last bench students. Now I want to analyze in that way. So what I'm going to do? First, I'm going to group by bench wise. Each bench students I'll separate. First, who are sitting in the first row, I'll separate them. Who are sitting in the second row, I'll separate them. Who are sitting in the third row, I'll separate them. Who are sitting in the fourth row, I'll separate them. For each of them, I'm going to take the marks separately. For each of them, row wise, I have separated and I'll take the marks. Dot mean. Okay, first row, what is the average score? For second bench students, what is the average score? For third bench students, what is the average score? For fourth bench students, what is the average score? Sir, like this also we'll do. If you require. If you require, you write the code like this. What you require, that you have to think in which way you want to analyze. If you feel that last bench students are sleeping and they're not focusing, analyze like this. If you feel, if you're not feeling like that, don't analyze. That is your choice. How I can say? That is your choice. As per the requirements, based on the project, based on the situation and based on the question, that analysis will be done. For example, Naresh sir is there. Naresh sir asked me, SRK, let us analyze the data of data science students, means on what? On what? Analyze the data science students, means on what? Subject wise, marks wise, jobs wise, salary wise, more company offers wise, what? Overall, means write each and every point. Whatever you get in your mind, analysis. Okay, generally student, data science students analysis means what we have compared generally. Write every point in your notes. You want to compare company wise, salary wise. How many people are less than 5 lakhs? How many people are more than 5 lakhs? How many people are went to the MNC? How many are in the startups? That you have to get in your mind. Everyone will not say that, okay, you analyze based on the company name. They'll not give the spoon feeding like that. That you should get the idea. Okay, we have analyzing the students, means how we have to analyze. How many people less than 60% in their degree and has got a very good package? Write the condition. DF of percentage, BTech percentage less than or equal to 60% and DF of placement, who are placed in the MNC, wherever the placement is equal to MNC. Identify. If you are having the records with you, from that we are going to analyze, okay, for MNC, data science placements, irrespective of BTech percentage, they are going to get. right? If none of them is there, 0 are there here, output is 0, no record is there that condition satisfies. Okay, from that we'll understand MNC requires BTech minimum percentage of 60. Whether they require or not required, how I know? That by analyzing only I know. First I have to take the data and I have to start the analysis, right? Whatever the question you are getting in the mind, for that you have to write the Python code according to that, and you extract the data, and from that data analyze and write the point. First question should be get in the mind. In what way I have to analyze? That you have to get in the mind. Okay, that is your thing. That is the way of thinking. That is the difference between the person to person. Okay, you have to think of your own way. Okay, so for example, in this class, whoever the percentage of students in the exam, okay, I'm going to keep some kind of weekend test. In that weekend test, who are getting more than 90%, they are getting a salary of 6 lakhs. Yes or no? Just analyze. That I will get in my mind. Who asked you to do the analysis? I only have done that one. I got that question like that. Okay, whether it is true or false. If it is true, miss, I will say to the students that whoever the students are getting more than 90 percentile consistently in my test, 100% fix yourself, you will get a 6 lakhs. After for multiple batches, after observing the same thing, one day we'll come with a 100% job guarantee program, and we'll increase the fees from 15,000 to 50,000. Business. Right? After the data analysis, finally, what is the conclusion? Increase the business only, right? If I do the analysis, then if my students, whoever are getting the more than 90%, I can fix with a package of 6 lakhs, assume. And I have observed in all the batches, I have observed that one, assume. Now, if I make a 100% job guarantee program, side by that, 100%, 100%. This is big letters. 100% job guarantee, but star mark will be small. And this star mark says that you have to get in the mock test more than 90%. That is the condition. Students will get attracted by seeing the 100% job guarantee only, but they'll not ask what is these conditions. This is marketing strategy. But to do that one also, at least to do that one, first we have to analyze, right? Directly we can't go into job guarantee programs, right? If tomorrow we don't show the job means, students will ask the question, you told that job guarantee and you told that this is the condition, we have satisfied the condition, but still you're not giving the job. They'll ask like this. So before doing that one, first we have to analyze in the previous batches, whether we have got like that placements, if whoever the students has succeeded like this. We have observed the previous batch students who has got the successful things. Successfully who have got the placement, we have observed the what is the similarities are there. Whether their BTech percentage, what is their skill set, what is their projects, something will be similarities will be there, right? From that we came to a solution. Oh, one person is having this much of things, means minimum guarantee he will get a job. We came to a solution. Okay, by doing this one. So from that they have created the job guarantee program. Simple. By analyzing the previous batch students, they come with a solution. Right? So same thing. In the barbecue also the same thing will be done. In the DMart also the same thing will be done. In the wherever it is. For example, DMart is there. In the DMart will be in the Kukkarpalli, the DMart is there. In Miyapur, the DMart is there. In the Dilshad Nagar also DMart is there. All the DMart offers are same. Whatever the offer in Kukkarpalli is there, DMart in Dilshad Nagar also will be the same. No. Why? Because it is analyzing the Dilshad Nagar people who are located within the Dilshad Nagar, who will regularly come to that particular DMart. They will analyze their pattern. Kukkarpalli people, they will analyze their pattern. If you are keeping in some other location, they will analyze their pattern. So whatever the data was given, according to that, they will identify the patterns, and from that, they will come with the solutions in order to increase their business. What are the things we can do? We want more business. At the same time, profits also. Instead of taking the profit funds from single person, we can take the same profit from 10% by adding 10 rupees. Instead of considering from one single person 100 rupees, outside, if you go and purchase one ghee packet, if you want to have the ghee packet 1 kg, go and ask outside. Just ask in the retail shop, normal retail shop, general kirana store. Just go and ask them 1 kg ghee. They'll say it is 700 rupees. How many ghee packets they'll sell per 1 month, miss? They'll sell overall 10 packets like this issue. Now DMart, for this, their investment is 550 rupees and profit is 150 rupees. Okay, 150 per each packet. How much amount they have invested? 550 into 10 packets, that is 5,500 they have invested, and they have got a return of 7,000 rupees in a month, means 15,000 profit in a month. This is normal retail shop people will do. Now the same thing, DMart, 550 rupees, they'll take the 100 packets, they'll purchase. Okay, and or 10 packets, assume the same 10 packets only they have purchased, and 5,500 is their investment, and they'll sell at 560 rupees only. 10 rupees profit, 5,600, but 100 rupees profit. This 100 rupees profit in a day. In a day. That is the difference between both of them. Here 150 means less number of people will go. In a month 10 people will go, but here very less cost now. So many of the more number of people will go to the DMart. In a day they'll get the 100 rupees. In a day 100 rupees means for 30 days how much they have to get? 3,000 rupees they'll get. Now when compared to normal shop, they're making more profit. They're making in terms of turnover wise, and that too the same 5,500 is repeated for multiple times. They're repeating the same 5,000 for 500. They're not investing in new money. They're repeating the money. Money is investment is same, but they're repeating the same money. What is the difference between a normal retailer versus a very intelligent business person? Means the intelligent business person, what are the money he's having, how many times this same money was rotated multiple times without bringing in new money. The old money only, how many times? The more number of times you repeat, the more number of times the same money, you are the perfect businessman. Without bringing in the new money, same money should be repeated for multiple times. You have invested 1 lakh rupees. Bringing a new 1 lakh, okay, that everyone will do. Not only you, everyone will do that one. Now the same 1 lakh, repeat for number of times and make every time profit. Repeat, 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 repeat. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Like this, how many times? 20 times or 30 times or 40 times or 50 times or in a month, how many times you can do? If you can do the maximum number of times, the higher the business person you are. By adding the new money, everyone will do. Lilliput also will do. By bringing the new money. 1 lakh rupees for another and additional 1 lakh. I mean, Lilliput means within the business field Lilliput, not that Lilliput. Okay. Is that clear? So that data analysis, this all comes under data analysis. So finally, bar plot, count plot, and box plot. Box plot means, you may ask me the question, sir, box plot means for continuous variable now. Yes, box plot is for continuous variable. That is the reason here, if you observe the box plot, whatever the C1 box plot is there, that is for discrete variable. Here, it is a combination of one discrete variable and one continuous variable. Finally, you have taken on the y-axis continuous variable. For continuous variable only, the minimum value, maximum value is possible. Here we have considered the box plot for the continuous variable only, not for the discrete variable. So here the bivariate analysis of box plot, whatever the bivariate analysis we have done, the box plot bivariate analysis is between one discrete versus one continuous, not two discrete. One discrete versus one continuous. So never the box plot can be applied on the discrete variable. You have to apply the box plot only on the continuous variable. Here I have taken the continuous variable on total bill, but I have separated the data day wise, grouped by day wise. I have grouped by day wise, and after grouping, I have calculated for individually the box plots. Is that clear? Now within the Sunday, the box plot is there, total bill is there. Okay, fine. This is the minimum bill and this is the maximum bill. Now tell me, out of this, on which day they are having the less amount of bills? Total bill on Thursday, they're having with respect to less. And whereas Sunday and Saturday, they're having a good amount of bills, right? Now on Thursday, they're having with respect to the total bill, means the maximum total bill. Any person is coming, means they're making a bill of $32 only. They're not making more than $40. But whereas on Saturday and Sunday, they're buying with more than $40. The more the bill you make in the restaurant, the more the profit they'll get. Any restaurant will get more profit when you make more bill, right? Now they're analyzing this one. Now within this, again, I want female and male. In Sunday, total bill is there. But in the Sunday, again, female and male, I want. Still more, I want to classify them. Then what I'm going to do? Just I will take the hue is equal to. Okay, whatever you are having here, box plot, the same box plot, just add the hue is equal to. Hue is equal to with respect to column, gender column. Just by adding the gender column, now again it will be subdivided. Within that, everything will be again subdivided. That is the again hue, one more hue. Already you have subdivided the data, and within that data again you have subdivided by using the hue. Whenever there is a hue, you are going to divide the data into parts. Hue means divide the data into parts. Is that clear, guys? So in this way, we are going to do the analysis. Now tomorrow we are having an exam. Okay, tomorrow we have an exam. So the timing, what would be the timing? Morning you are okay or evening? Which one? You are comfortable? 4. Last time 4 o'clock, same 4. Is that okay? So tomorrow 4 o'clock. Exam is tomorrow 4 o'clock. Every Saturday, similarly, we'll fix the pattern. Tomorrow 4 o'clock is the exam. Okay, in this exam, we are going to conduct the statistics. Statistics means descriptive statistics. The entire descriptive statistics, including the center limit theorem and everything. And we are having next one is inferential statistics and EDA. These 3 are the topics for tomorrow's exam. Descriptive statistics, inferential statistics, and EDA. Each of them has equal weightage. Everything are having the equal weightage for the tomorrow's exam. Right? So once again, it is going to be as a mock interview test. This is the mock interview test. The name is mock interview test. Means in the test, in the interview, what type of interview questions will be there from these topics? That questions I'm going to give in the tomorrow's exam. These are interview questions, not certification questions. They are interview questions. In the interview, what type of questions they'll ask from these topics? It is going to be interview questions. Okay. Is that clear, guys? So it is completely interview questions. Sir, Abhishek, sir, please tell me how we'll read this graph, the last one. Okay, once, Abhishek, just give me 1 minute of time. I'll explain. Okay, so mock interview test means completely in the interview, if they ask a question like this, what is the difference between a sample variance versus population variance? How you are going to answer in the interview? The same thing you write. Actually, I have to ask individual student. Interview I have to do for individual student. Instead of doing for individual student, I'm keeping it directly the test. Okay, instead of doing the face-to-face interview, I'm doing the test like this. Okay, so assume that these are the questions asked in the interview. Whatever the questions tomorrow I'm going to give, directly in the interview, we will ask the same questions from these topics. Okay, it is not going to include the coding. I will ask what are the different types of plots we'll use in the data science. What are the different plots? Histogram, box plot, scatter plot, joint plot, line plot, heat map, pair plot, box plot, count plot. Like this, you are going to write. Pie plot, these things. I will ask what is the difference between a pie plot and bar plot. Or I will ask in which situation you will select the scatter plot. For what purpose you use the scatter plot? For what purpose you will use the histogram? What is the use of histogram? For which type of variables you will apply the histogram? If there is a 4 continuous variables and 3 discrete variables, and if you want to compare which type of plots you are going to use, I'll give a scenario. In that scenario, what type of plots you are going to select? These are the questions from the EDA. Okay. If I want to, if there is a null and alternate hypothesis, what you are going to do this one? Which type of test you are going to apply? Okay. And what is meant by type 1 error? What is meant by type 2 error? 100% guarantee question. I'm leaking one of the question now itself. What is the difference between type 1 error and type 2 error? Guarantee. 100% I'll ask. No doubt in that. Hypothesis testing means type 1 error, type 2 error. Without that, there is no hypothesis testing. Type 1 error means incorrect acceptance of H0. Type 2 error means incorrect rejection of H0. Simple. Incorrectly you are rejecting the H0 means it is called as type 2. Incorrectly you are accepting H0 means type 1. Right? This is the 100% blindly guarantee interview question if possible. Conditions apply. Right? Since I told now, you already prepared now. So for me, preparation is important. Writing in the exam is not important. Preparation is important. My target is preparation, not getting the score. Right? So I will ask you, what is the difference between Z test and T test? In which case you'll apply the Z test, in which case you'll apply the T test. What is chi-square test? What is ANOVA test? What is the difference between ANOVA test versus two sample test? In the two sample test, what are the things you are going to compare? These are the questions, example, sample questions. Okay, for each topic, whatever each topic we have discussed, slide to slide, take the notes, slide to slide. For in each slide, you write the interview questions 4 to 5. You try to frame yourself the interview questions. Okay, from each slide, you only try to frame the interview questions. First, you have completed the left tail, right tail, and two tail, assume. You have completed that slide. Immediately in your mind, you have to get what is the difference between left tail, right tail, and two tail. Generally, most of my questions will be difference between. Instead of asking what is one tail, what is two tail, what is right tail, instead of asking 3 different questions like this, in the one question only, I will cover everything. So that automatically left tail will be there, right tail will be there, two tail will be there. In the same question, everything will be covered. So generally, they'll ask the difference between. They'll not ask individually, what is Z test, what is T test. They'll ask, instead of asking what is, they'll ask what is the difference. So that 2 things will be covered at a time. 2 things or 3 things will be covered at a time. What is the difference between ANOVA test versus chi-square test? One of my favorite question in the interview. Generally, I will ask in the interview, real interview. What is the difference between ANOVA versus chi-square? Right? And what is the difference between Z distribution and T distribution? This is one of my second favorite question. Most important question is my all-time favorite is, what is the probability of a single value in a continuous frequency distribution? What is the probability of a single value? If you remember, okay. Not remember is not your choice, right? So that is one of my top favorite question in the statistics. Within the statistics, if I ask miss, I will ask that question first. If someone says 0, then I will continue remaining questions. If someone says that, what are the values, sir? If someone says different, something different, my questions will be different completely. If they're not having a basic knowledge of what is the probability and what will be the, based on that, how the confidence interval and central limit has designed. If they don't know basic things also, no need to ask furtherly, waste of time. They're simply by-hearting people. They don't know the concepts. Irrespective of concepts, sir, don't ask concepts. Ask the question. You ask the question, I'll tell the answer. Question, answer, question, answer. They'll fix the question and answer. If you share them 100 questions one night before also, they'll practice and they'll come. They don't want what is concept.